forwards tonight. They're going to play Kuhlemans up front and Vandenberg, and they tell me that they've got 4 recognised midfield players. So they'll probably pack the defence, sit there, and then hope to possibly catch the Russians on the counter-attack. Russia, on the other hand, of course, have got to get goals. In fact, that Poland have got 3, then they have got to get at least 3. So I think the Russians have got to go all out in attack, and the Belgians defending. So it's an interesting situation developing here tonight.
Gates, the Belgian manager, said this was one occasion where he couldn't actually put the team talk together. It was very hard to motivate his players. So in fact, he said to them, go out and play for yourselves if you're not playing for your country. And he said, think you've got 30 million Polish people supporting you. Instead of sending them a food package, send them a few goals instead. The referee here is a Frenchman, Michel Vautrin, 37-year-old bachelor from Besançon. And as usual, he's hanging on to let the clock tick round to the exact time of starting, which is extremely inconvenient for the players, and it doesn't really do anybody else much good.
You would think by now that for so many games over here, you would think by now that they would be able to time it, that the players come up, get the national anthems out the way, toss the coin and get on with the game. But how many times have we seen this? The players have done all that, and they're left for sometimes 4 or 5 minutes, kicking the ball around aimlessly in the middle of the field, nerves tingling, waiting for the big kick-off.
Still, I suppose if athletes warm up for an hour and a half before an event, and he's a former athlete himself, they get used to this sort of thing. This is Oleg Blokhin, of course, the oldest player in the Russian side, but the quickest, timed at 10.8 over 100 meters, and he's up against the fairly experimental Belgian defense here. And there's the young Kuhlemans, the other number 11, hasn't yet scored in this competition. Was expected to be one of the key figures, but he could yet be tonight. From the Belgian. Yes, sir.
Yes, Tom.
The Saint, okay.
Why? Why will he do that? Oh?
Pat, can you hear me? They're not saying anything at the moment, are they? Because we've got some funny noises coming over. Oh, fine. No, that's okay. No problem. There's only the Saint getting in a panic. Pat, just to check, we can't hear the studio. No, but the line is extremely bad. Yes, we can. Result, a win, certainly, but it means they've got to beat Poland here on Sunday to reach the semi-finals. The goal scored by Organisian soon after the restart. The final score here is Russia 1, Belgium 0.